In addition to working with different types of variables, knowing how to manipulate strings is a crucial skill when cleaning data in R. Similar to the way Lubridate makes working with dates easier, the stringer package by Hadley Wickham makes working with strings easier by providing a suite of helpful functions, all sharing a consistent interface. Let's look at some simple examples of stringer functions that will come in handy throughout your data cleaning adventures. First up, the string trim function trims all leading and trailing white space for either a single character string or a vector of character strings. You can see the resulting string has no white space before the word this or after the word test. String pad is somewhat opposite to string trim in that it helps you add characters or white space to either end or both ends of a character string. Assume that each employee in your company has a unique numeric 7-digit employee ID, often with leading zeros. The spreadsheet software your coworker used to do some analysis thought the employee ID was just another number, and because of this, ignored the leading zeros. You now need to add them back, which you can do by passing the employee ID to string pad along with the arguments width equals 7, side equals left, and pad equals 0. This says that the ID should be 7 digits total, and that if it's not, pad the left side with zeros until it is. Pretty handy, right? Now we create a character vector containing the names of 3 friends. We can use the string detect function to detect the presence of Alice in the vector. The result is a vector of the same length as the input vector with a true everywhere there's a match and a false everywhere else. Instead of simply detecting the presence of Alice, we can even go one step further and replace it with something else. In this case, David, with the string replace function. Like every function in stringer, the first argument is the input string. Then the second string is the string being replaced, and the third is what we're replacing it with. So to recap, you've seen 4 key functions from stringer. String trim for trimming leading and trailing white space. String pad for padding strings with additional characters. String detect for detecting a pattern. And string replace for finding and replacing a pattern. A couple of simple but often useful functions from base R are toLower and toUpper, which make strings all lowercase and all uppercase respectively. Here we see a very simple example of each. Notice that all punctuation marks are ignored by these functions, so only letters are altered in the strings. Let's practice working with strings.